lads, so remember Bleach residents? Well, right now they are currently going through another beta test over on China. I have gotten access, and with that, we're going to be summoning for today's video. Now, this is actually my third time starting Bleach residents again. I've been playing for the last couple of so days during this closed beta test, and with that, I've already collected a decent amount of summons that we are going to use for today's video. I think in terms of gems, we can do like 4-ish multis, which we are once more going to summon for Ssr Visored Ichigo. And then most importantly, we are going to summon on the standard banner, which when the game hopefully does come global and releases in the near future, this is where you are going to get your first Ssr character, because in 50 summons, which we have enough to do, you are guaranteed one of the following 6 Ssr characters. Now, personally, I played with Sajin, I played with Ikaku, and I played with Kisuke. So hopefully in today's video, we can pick up someone like Yoruichi, maybe even Kaname, and hopefully Byakuya, because he does actually have a special summon animation. Now, since I've also been able to be part of every single test available, I've been able to see all the changes that the game has been making, especially when it comes to the summoning system, which right now, I'm not going to lie, if the game releases like this, we're going to be hopefully in good hands, because what I mean by this is that when you pull on a banner, like for example, Ssr Ichigo, he's the only character in this banner. He's the first limited character you're potentially going to summon for on launch when the game does eventually release. There's no 50-50. The rate for Ichigo is 1.8%, which is actually relatively high, and it's only Ichigo in the banner. So if you get an Ssr, you're guaranteed Ichigo, and you're guaranteed him in 8 multis. I feel like that's a bit too good, I'm not gonna lie, because out of all the gacha games that I played thus far, I feel like that is some of the highest rates that we've ever seen, especially for an individual rate. Now, with that, we also do have the weapon banner, and in this case, one thing that I don't like about this game is that you have to summon for 2 items in particular. Normally, for modern gacha games, you have to pull for the character and then the weapon. In this case, this is technically the weapon system. It's the weapon banner, as you could call it. But there's 2 things you need to summon for: their weapon stamp and their character stamp. Fortunately, though, with this game, you're now guaranteed a stamp Ssr at 40 summons. So 4 multis and you're guaranteed one of them, and you actually get to pick which one you want to pick up. So if you end up getting the character stamp early, you can then just switch over to the other one, the one that you don't potentially have, and then guarantee that in 40 summons, which I think is also pretty good, and the rate itself isn't even bad at 3%. So honestly, they've done some pretty good changes regarding the summon system, and even though I'm not like the biggest fan of having to summon for 3 individual items, I think this is overall some positive changes, and I'm definitely looking forward to hopefully when the game does release globally. So with that said, let's do some summons. Like I said, we have 60 summons to do here, and we are guaranteed a 5-star or Ssr in just 5 multis. So with that, one of the biggest surprises that you are going to see now is that they've actually changed the summon animation. Now, the thing that we want to look out for, which we can see right from the get-go, is whether Ichigo is in the Visored Mask or not. If he's in the Visored Mask, that's a guaranteed Ssr. I think this is pretty much a dud multi. We'll find out. But this is so cool. Like, huh? What do you mean? 1000-Year Blood War, Episode 1, Get to Potential against the Hollows is the summon animation. That is so cool. So I don't think we got anything here, but we... Okay. I thought that was like a special rarity because they had like a rainbow outline to it. If we can get a potential Ssr Yatsu or any other Ssr character I don't own, that would be nice. Oh! Okay, we'll take it. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not that easy, but that's actually pretty good that we actually got that. I literally just said her name. For those who don't know, Yatsu's actually quite a good SR support in terms of buff and damage. Are we wearing the Visored Mask? Yes, we are. First SSR, here we go. I want Byakuya. Personally, I want Byakuya. I've actually not fully played with him, but look how cool this is. Huh? Yes, let's go. We got the orange light. Who's the character going to be? If we have like a special animation, it should be Byakuya. Let's find out. We got Kaname. I'll take Kaname. I will take Kaname. First time I've been able to pull for him. I've heard he's a good character. I know his bleed kind of goes crazy in this game, so I'm excited to try him out and maybe use him as my main SSR for the time being. With that, keep in mind we still have the discounted summons. So for your first 5 multis on this banner, it is going to be discounted by 20%. So only 8 tickets a multi. But we now no longer have the guaranteed 5-star pool in 5 multis, right? Once you get an SSR, it is basically gone. But we are guaranteed another SSR in 80 summons, so 75 more summons. And alongside that, if you do 300 summons on this banner, you can just pick the character you want. So over time, if you play the game long enough, collect all the free summons for the standard banner, you will be able to pick whatever character you want in 300 summons, assuming you don't get them along the way. Hopefully we can keep up the luck though. Next multi, what are we gonna get? No Visored Mask. I would love if they do a fake out. It would be nice to still potentially get a 5-star. Or I keep calling them 5 stars. I'm used to BBS. SSRs. Even if you don't get the Visored animation. But I'm really liking the animation thus far. And I'm looking forward to the potential alterations that we could get in the future. Like a Dangai Ichigo summon animation would go absolutely crazy. Maybe even a full holo. Like there's a kind of a lot you could do with it. We have 2 more multis actually. Discounted price. Still no Visored. It's fine. It's fine. There's some text print at the bottom, but I have no idea what it says. I will be honest. So in terms of SR characters that I'm missing, it might have just been Yashiro. I'm sure there's... Oh, every time I speak, we get something new. So we got Ruki, we'll take it. Ruki's pretty decent. We'll take it. We'll take any new character I can work on. Any character I can play with, I'm fine with that. So not too bad. Last multi at the discounted price. So we have 2 more multis to go on this banner. I guess if we aren't to get SR, it's fine. Because we are going to move over to the Bankai Ichigo SSR banner. And hopefully we can get him relatively early. So I can start saving for Toshiro. Because I think he is releasing during this beta in like a week or 2. Got another Yachiro, we'll take it. Duplicates in this game are actually pretty good. And that's all we basically got there. Okay. Okay, so we have 2 more multis. We'll keep it going. We'll keep it going. No Visored. Come on. Come on. Not like this. It's fun. It's the beta. This progress is getting wiped anyway. When the game launches, though, I don't want to be seeing this many dead multis. Not like this. Not like this. So we got an Ssr Ichigo stamp, maybe? Not sure what that character is for. Or what that is for. A lot of Kukakus. She might be like the most common one here. And also Uryu. Like, we just got 3 in a row. For both of them. Is this for a particular character? I don't think it is. But I think it's going to be a decent one nonetheless. If we don't have any SSR stamps. So, next multi. Here we go. I want to get Kisuko Byakuya, man. No Visored. Damn. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. Because I know for the fact the first multi on the Ssr Ichigo banner is going to go crazy. Hopefully, right? One would hope so. So we're going to Ssr Ichigo, who did get a revamp in terms of the character artwork for this beta test, which I think does look a lot better, and again matches the 1000 Jibodwa art style, which obviously this game is going for. I'm getting sick and tired of Kukaku, man. Why is she always here? Do we have any summons that we can actually buy? So because we've done a few summons there, we actually can get some of these, for example. So let's buy 3 of those. And then we'll also buy 3 of those as well. Again, there are different currencies for different banners, right? And I know I probably shouldn't, but let's do another multi here. But we are going to spend 640 gems. Let's just do it. Why not? No Visored. Please. Please. It's fine. Should we just skip it? We might have to skip it, because again, I don't think there's fake outs in this game. We're going Uryu. Okay. It's whatever. So, next up, we've done 65 summons. So, 15 more summons, I will be guaranteed in SSR. Unfortunately, can't do that in this video. But we have some summons here. So, since I just pulled Kaname, let's go ahead and pick Kaname's weapon stamp. Oh, no. We want to do this one. Get this one. There we go. And I believe if we get an SSR here, it's guaranteed to be Kaname's weapon stamp. Again, no Visored, so let's just skip. We'll just skip through. Do another more. Can we get a Visored? No Visored. Damn. I was kind of praising the game's rates. I mean, you still, have to get lucky, right? But we are not having it good whatsoever. Can we do it on a cheeky single? No, we can't. Okay, never mind. All right, so I have no idea how many summons we can do here, but let's do it. If we are to get a Visored Ichigo animation, it's now. Never mind. Hopefully, it would be now. I can outplay out the animation. I think it's really cool. I've wanted for a long time, like, an animation like that for, like, a Bleach gacha game. And it's only taking till now, unfortunately. All right, let's just skip it. I think Yachiro is rated up in this banner, so we can get more duplicates of her. That will always be pretty good. But it would be nice to potentially get, 2 SSRs in this video, because we can do 2 more multis. So not many chances left. Damn. Not many chances left for the video. Kaname might be the only SSR we are walking away with today. But I'll continue summoning off screen. We got the Shikai Ichigo. But here we go. Last multi. Can we do it? Please. Please. No. Not like this. Not like this. Not even for the sake of the video. Okay. Okay. And again, let's just skip. That is unfortunate. But again, I just wanted to showcase the summon animations. I thought they were actually really cool. So I guess now that we are done with the summons, let's just quickly showcase the game a little bit for those that are curious, right? Even though right now, this current beta mostly reflects the final build of the game, there are still a lot of stuff they are working on, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of the character art is going to change. Just for example, right? Ssr Uryu and Ssr, base Ichigo did receive upgrades in their character art. Does resemble more of the 1000-year Blood War art style, but there's a lot of other artwork in the game that doesn't quite do that. Like this Ichigo, this Orihime, Uryu does match the Blood War art style. Kaname, not so much, but I think it will be very similar. I really do like the rings that actually run. That's actually pretty cool. Shad's artwork needs to change. I feel like Rukia's needs to change too. Same with Renji. There's quite a lot of them, but I know Yachu's one of them as well. And then Nemu does more so resemble the 1000 Blood War art style, which is the vibe they're going for. One thing that they did change, but I think is a good thing, is the way this screen is presented. It's like the equipment system, I guess you could call it. Been super simplified, but what we can do is quickly showcase some of the characters. More so Bankai Ichigo, I guess he received a slight little change. More so in terms of how the Bankai itself does actually work. So, again, this is the character that you're likely going to be summoning for when he does release. And he's a super cool unit, so there's definitely reasons to potentially even re-roll for this character. Again, when the game releases globally, which I have no idea when that is actually happening. I feel like I should keep saying that because it's going to get asked a lot. But this is where you see the biggest difference, so let's go ahead and use our holo. Super cool animation there, and it actually does an attack now. So before it didn't, it would just activate the holo mask. But it's really cool that he does do an attack now, and then also does do the iconic, pose when he first activates the holo mask, which I think is really cool. And then we have the final, not final Getter Potential, but a Getter Potential nuke when you finish the transformation. I think Kisuke is another character that got a similar upgrades, more so when you use your special animation. So you get like it's kind of a cool effect. It's like a 2D effect, but also 3D at the same time. It's like a hybrid of both. Now Kisuke is going to be one of the better characters in the game, like a really good god tier support. Backs away, can distract the enemy, attacks from the far, deburst, and you can switch to another character, do some other attacks. I feel like Kisuke definitely going to be someone that you want to pick up. Special move ready already. Let it off. That's basically Kisuke. And then Yoruichi is a character I wish I could play with because she's such a flashy unit. You can tell she's one of the more newer characters they did make, right? Like we can hold down, for example, and do a slash attack, which I think looks really cool. Or a slam attack. Her transformation also got a slight change in terms of like how it's presented at the start. Looks kind of cool. And she now has like more of a Shunko effect. I don't think that was there last time when you actually awakened. But at this point, she just becomes significantly more cool. And I would love to play with this character. Like I haven't had many opportunities to summon for, right? But either way, lads, that's the video for today's summoning on Bleach Soul Resonance. Not too many SSRs. I just wanted to more so showcase the animation and progression of the game briefly. I will have more videos going up on the game over the couple of days as I progress through the game and unlock every other game modes. I mean, the game's progressing quite well. They've made some really good changes in terms of animations, artwork, the way the game is presented as you progress through the story modes. The summons, in my opinion, animation-wise and also rate-wise has gotten better. And like I said, what we see here is likely what you are going to get during the release of the game. Not confirmed though, changes as always can be made. But this is the closest we have been to the release of Soul Resonance. Hopefully that will be happening sometime later this year. And again, hopefully, a lot of hopeful with this global cam release alongside it or soon after. Like I said, the game's been a lot of fun, and I will continue to upload videos over the next week or two as I progress through this beta, and maybe even more summons, hopefully with an Ssr Ichigo coming soon, right? But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So that's next time. Take care, and peace.